Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. So recently there's been so many different patches and updates in this game, and over the past couple of days I've made videos on the top 5 guns in my opinion in this game and the top 5 class setups. But there is still so many other guns that even though they've been nerfed, you can't forget about them because every gun has a purpose in this game. I wouldn't say the gun balance is really good in this game, but not every gun has a purpose, but every gun that actually is relevant in the meta. And I wanted to make this video about the OG God Gun, or the original God Gun, which was back when the game first came out. There was no talk of the Maddox or different stuff like that, the Titan LMG. It was basically all between the ICR and the Vapor. Those were the original God Guns, and I pulled out the Vapor when I was playing the game last night, and you can see I got some pretty nice gameplays, which you'll see up on the screen. And basically this video is talking about don't forget about the OG God Guns, because I said in one of my previous videos that like the ICR and the Vapor, I would probably just pick the Maddox over that. But actually, you know, I wanted to challenge myself, and I wanted to work with the ICR and the Vapor. So I played with those basically all of last night, trying to grind double XP. And basically, the Vapor still is awesome, and I'll talk about why in this video. And I'll also show off the cool gameplay. If you guys could smack a like on this thing, I would really appreciate it. You guys have just been absolutely killing everything with like the like ratings. I really do appreciate it. So as soon as this video, as soon as we're able to hit 1,000 likes on this video, I will have another video out for you guys. So if you guys could smack that like button, that would be absolutely amazing. I would really appreciate that. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. So with the Vapor, basically, what was nerfed about this gun, the strengths around the Vapor is that it's a weapon that basically plays more of like an SMG playstyle. The Maddox has a fast fire rate, right? And it has a fast time to kill, but it doesn't play like an SMG sort of playstyle like the Vapor does. And even the attachments available on the Vapor do play towards that SMG sort of playstyle as well. Now, this is another AR that's unlocked kind of late, but what makes this weapon so good in this game, and why it still is an honorable mention for best guns in the game, and I think that it actually does have a spot for sort of making a stealth little class setup, is the fact that the Vapor has a lot of attachments which aren't available to other assault rifles. Now, what made the ICR so damn strong before was the fact that, first of all, the gun was just absolutely amazing, and also the fact that grip 1 and grip 2 were so overpowered. Those have been nerfed down, and while the ICR still is at a good point, I think the Vapor is probably at a stronger point than the ICR, just because the ICR has things, or the Vapor has things that the ICR does not have available. The attachments available on the Vapor are absolutely incredible. You're not locked into a grip 1, grip 2 quick draw, or grip 1, grip 2 long barrel combo, or whatever you go with on the ICR. You have a very trusty weapon with attachments like silencer, fast mags, stock, ELO, all pretty much stuff that is not available on the ICR, at least most of that, and that's how I like to run with my Vapor. So when would you want to pick this weapon over the Maddox or something like that? Personally, as far as silenced assault rifles, you're basically comparing the KN versus the Vapor, and I think that the Vapor fits the playstyle of a silenced weapon very good. And honestly, when it comes to like a stealth class setup, I think this gun is one of the guns to go to for that. Now, the question is, how good is a silencer in this game? Because they did also nerf the silencer, I think way back on patch 1.04, but it doesn't do as much damage at range, although this class setup is something that I would be picking usually on maps that the gunfights aren't, you know, even if I'm playing on a map like jungle or, you know, firing range with super long lines of sight, I'm probably not going to play to those lines of sight, because you can pick a weapon for a map and sort of play it how you want. So that's what I say with the Vapor. So if you want to play with a silencer, this is probably your go-to gun. And even though it has been nerfed, do not forget about this OG God Gun. It still has a very good status in this game because of how you can build the setup with it. Now, the thing with silencers in this game is not many people expect them because of basically how it works with the sort of fog of war, or the field of view. You can remain pretty stealthy if you are playing with a silencer, as long as you're not shooting the enemies head on, because if you are shooting them head on, of course they're going to be revealing you and spotting you, and then that you know kind of is going to counteract a main portion of your silencer. So you want to be playing on the outskirts of the map, flanking people, stacking up streaks with this setup. So if you guys want to know the full class setup, which you probably do want to know, it's no secret. This is not a secret class setup. I've probably been talking about this setup since like day one of the game. This is why, you know, I did this video as sort of bringing it back to where the meta was on day one, which you can see still works very, very well in this game. So the full class setup I go with is the Vapor and with the Elo sight. Elo is something that is kind of a blessing on assault rifles as well. It's available on certain ones. That's why I go with it on this one. And then as far as my attachments, silencer, fast mags, and stock. That's just... This gun is one that it's not going to get you insane kills like the Maddox will, but you're basically sacrificing and you're taking a weapon that has less recoil than the Maddox, but it also has less fire rate. So it's going to be more steady, but it's going to have less, you know, the Maddox does have some recoil, which it should when it has a faster fire rate than some SMGs in the game. And that's basically when it comes down to it for going for like one of the top ARs in the game, your trade-off between the Maddox and other guns like the, you know, the ICR, of course, is one of the best at range, no recoil, but it doesn't have stock, so you feel like a statue when moving around, and there's not really any problems I find with this gun. The main problem with the Vapor, in my opinion, is the default sights. I absolutely hate them, or I don't absolutely hate them. I don't think they're the best. I mean, when I play in like Heist, you know, and I usually think the Vapor is like one of the best buys in Heist. Heist is basically like the CSGO search and destroy of Black Ops 4, and by the way, I think they did Heist very, very good, but honestly, they should have made it like way more rounds. It should not go up to, you know, whatever goes up to first one to win 4 rounds like an SND. You know, in CSGO, they go like up, they play like 30 rounds, right? So I think in this, you know, maybe we play about, what, 7 rounds max? I think they should double it in first one to 8 wins or something like that, which would really, you know, go in on that Heist game mode. I think that could be good, but now I'm getting off on a tangent. But yeah, the Vapor's default sights, I don't like them very much, but that's easily fixed with 1 point, which the way the class ups are designed in this game, you usually have 1 point hanging around anyways to slap on an Elo sight or even a reflex if you want, but I do like the Elo. And then of course, like I said, silencer, fast mags, stock. You have no problems with any of that sort of stuff. And then the class up is just the gear. You can use a gear of your choice on this one. I personally was using ComSec device because that's been my go-to as of late, like the past couple of weeks. I've just been rocking that and just loving to stack streaks. But you could use this with stim shot. I mean, it doesn't have the best hip fire. Its hip fire is decent. Honestly, a lot of the guns in this game have pretty bad hip fire, including a lot of the SMGs, which isn't a good thing. You know, the SMGs still need some balance changes. Probably, you know, I still want to talk about that because I think, do you guys think the SMGs are still underpowered? Because I think most people do, because in my opinion, they definitely are because of guns like this with the Vapor. But yeah, Tac Mask, Gung Ho, Dead Silence. That's the full class setup. I'll go over it one more time. Vapor, Elo, Stock, Fast Megs, Silencer. My gear was ComSec, Tac Mask, Gung Ho, Dead Silence, not perk 1, basic primary gunfighter 1. So that's what I rock with, and I think this gun is very, very good. Now, when I'm thinking about other OG guns that were really, really good at the start of the game, I think about the Vapor, which, yeah, it's still really, really good in this current meta, in my opinion. You have to play it sort of to its strengths. The next is the ICR, which, like I said, I was testing myself using weapons that used to be the #1 weapons. The ICR still feels amazing at close range, amazing at long range, but the issue with that is, like, the attachments don't really do much. Grip 1 and 2, sure, you're reducing that flinch a little bit, but I mean, you're not getting anything out of the grip aspect of it. The ICR already is a laser beam, ACR, ICR, you know, no recoil machines. You're not really getting too much out of that. You don't have stock available. And I think that one thing holding the ICR back is I think that when they went into the game, they put it out and they said, okay, the ICR is like our best gun, so we're going to limit the attachments. And then they nerfed the ICR, but they didn't do anything to expand the attachments. They just sort of killed the attachments, and that's sort of my issue with it. It's still a top 10 gun in the game easily, the ICR, probably top 7 or 8. But the thing with that weapon is certain people can play without stock and just like never even think about it. Me personally, if stock is available, that's huge to me, and that's like the difference. Sometimes it'll make the difference of what I like to pick, and you know, that's why one reason I like I really gravitate towards the KN, towards the Maddox, as well as the as well, of course, the Vapor, which I'm talking about today. But yeah, I think that's basically what happened when it came down to it with the ICR. But I do think the OG guns, the other OG gun I would think about, like I said, Vapor's still good today. ICR is good, but you feel like a statue, and it's just not, there's better options than the ICR. The Vapor or the Maddox or the KN, even the Rampart, those are like, you know, most of the time those are probably going to be better options than the ICR. As far as another gun was the GKS, which the GKS is still, it's the mini ICR. It destroys people at range and at medium range, but when you're picking an SMG, do you really want something that's going to be like a no recoil machine and to destroy people at range? Because if you're trying to fight people at range, you probably just pick an AR. So that's sort of my dilemma when it comes down to that. But you guys sort of get what I'm talking about. In my opinion, the weapon balance in this game, it's getting good within the categories. And what that means is assault rifles are still the best, but within those 5 assault rifles, you can argue, you know, 1 through 5. Same with the SMGs. You know, a lot of people are saying, people will say any of those SMGs are the top SMG. Same with the tactical rifles. The balance within the categories are pretty good. It's just going from category to category is really horrible balance, gun balance as far as so far in this game. But the constant updates have helped, and I think while they may slow down for a little bit, while they focus on DLC and stuff for this holiday season, we're going to continue to get, I mean, Black Ops 3 was making updates for 3 years on the meta. So, you know, this stuff's going to keep happening, and I'm going to keep you guys informed and everything like that. So thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like on this thing. I'd really appreciate it if you could smash out those 1,000 likes as quick as possible. Subscribe if you guys new. Check out some of my other videos. And that's about it, guys. I'm out. Peace. Take it easy. See you in the next one.